Okay, let's talk really quickly about positive versus negative work. So this is going to be number 3. I'm going to do this one with y'all. So positive work is when work is done on an object to cause it to move either in the direction of the force or kind of continue the object's motion. So if I were to kick a desk, say this one, that would be doing positive work because I'm applying force in the direction that the desk is actually moving. So that is an example of what positive work would be. Okay? Positive work is generally anytime you're doing something to make something do whatever it is you want it to do. Negative work is work that is done in the opposite direction of motion. So most notably, this is friction. So if I'm sliding across the floor, friction is doing a force in the opposite direction of what my distance, my traveling distance is. So positive is work that is done in the direction of the motion of the object. In other words, the force and the distance are in the same direction, force and displacement. Negative work is when the force is in the opposite direction of the object's motion. In other words, force and displacement are opposite directions of each other. So go ahead and turn to the back page of the notes and look at number 4. So for each example, decide if the work is positive or negative and explain why you decide the answer. Just like number 2, I'm going to have you do this one at your table. Talk to your partner, go through them together, decide is work done or is it not, and why. So, wrong one. Decide is it positive or negative work. So number 4, the work you do lifting a box into the air. Is that positive work or is that negative work? And explain why you think it is what it is. So you're going to do that for A, B, C, and D. Go ahead and take a couple of minutes to do that now. Again, about 4 or 5 minutes to do that. Do it at your tables first. Go. Okay, now that you've talked about it at your tables, I want you guys to discuss it as a class. So as a class, what you're going to do is, again, have different groups share what you have, whether you guys volunteer that or have the substitute call on y'all. Go ahead and share your answers with the class so you guys can talk about it and check your answers overall. Go ahead and do that now. Alright, and the last bit to do. Number 5. Just like you did at the very beginning with number 1, I want you to, on your own, go ahead and read through the last bit of the section, which is going to be page 112 in your book on power. Read through it, read what power is, write the equation for power down, and write down what the unit is. Again, be careful when you're reading through everything. Go ahead and do it on your own. I'll have the substitute give you about 5 minutes or so to do that. Lastly, just as before, share with your partner what you had for your answers on power. Talk about them together and make sure you guys are on the same page. You're definitely going to want to have these and do a good job with them because we're going to be using them for the lab that we're going to be doing on Friday tomorrow. Okay, go ahead and wrap up with your partner, and when you guys are all finished, I'll have the sub check and make sure everything's set and ready to go, and I'll have you guys move on to the Mythbusters video. Have a great day. I will see you all on Friday.